Hello, hello. Welcome everyone. It's so nice to see you ladies chatting. Thank you so much for joining my live again. Um, my name is Cindi. If you've never seen me, I am at Simply Cindi. I am a psychic medium. I have a lot of tools in my basket. So I do mediumship, I do tarot, I do astrology. I love astrology. Astrology is like my passion. Astrology, hypnosis, all kinds of stuff, healing touch, prana, all of that. So here's the deal. Tonight I was all day I've been thinking about it. Like, what am I gonna do tonight? So I've decided that I'm gonna go ahead and do a an upcoming September spread for, because I don't want to do each of the signs. I'm going to stick to the elements. Okay. So if you don't know your element, I will tell you in the beginning. Um, and I want to see what's coming up for September, since we just did the live the other night where I gave you the September astrology, and we have some great stuff coming. Yes, there's some things going on. Pluto's going back into Capricorn. There's going to be some downfall of structures, right? So, but you guys already kind of know that if you've been following me, if you've been watching all of my stuff, so that you're not afraid, so that it doesn't shock you so much and take you time to like ingest it, right? We've already seen that systems are coming down, that people are coming down, like influencers are their true stuff is coming down. If you don't have, I've warned everybody about this for 3 years now. So back in the past, there's a point where when I'm asking my higher self, spirit, the universe, like, what do I need to be helping with? Like, what's the message, the overall message? And for the longest time, they were like, love. You guys have to understand love, self love, loving others, loving self, loving, like, you gotta really delve into love. And we did that. And then the message I was getting, it started 3 years ago, was authenticity. You gotta be authentic. It's time to, what we call now, unmasking. It's time to get to your um true self. And what I mean by true self is the self that you want to be in this life, in this carnation, right? Because we're all of it, right? But that's what you're discovering. You're discovering how to be human in your particular way in this lifetime, right? Like, I've lived many lives. You guys have probably lived many lives. You're going to live many more. Maybe. I really don't know. I know I'll probably come back because I'm nosy. I always say that. I'll probably come back because I'm nosy. I want to see where we progress to, right? But the thing is there's never going to be another Cindi in, except for in this life, right? There's never going to be another me. And so there, in my past I was other things. In my future I'm going to be other things. But there's never going to be a Cindi. And that's what Spirit has been telling me. My higher self has been showing me, and especially with Pluto being in my 12th house. Like, I'm really understanding the difference of, yes, we have these abilities. No, in our past and in our genes and in our DNA, we haven't gotten to explore those things. We get to now in this lifetime. This is a very transitional lifetime, I guess. It's like, in the past there were certain things, like in our DNA. I told you guys, if you've been watching me, I've told you these, your generations past, they had to survive. That's what they were doing. It wasn't like, oh, I get to go to Starbucks and have a coffee. It's like, if I want coffee, I have to grow it, or a merchant comes by ever so often, and I have to like really relish it and kind of save it and do my own grinding and do, like, they had to survive, right? We're not in that anymore. But because of that, we have some habits. And so this is the lifetime that your generations are like, yes, she gets to do it. She gets to do what we wanted to do, what we were striving to do, right? And that, when I'm seeing, as I'm doing mediumship, that is what your loved ones are looking at you like. That's what they're saying. They're like, yes, she gets to do it, right? So, um, we're seeing a lot of us in this next 20 years, not only discovering who we are and discovering, because we've already mastered doing things alone, but discovering how we can come together, how we can be groups, right? I saw this way back in 2007. People would ask me, because even at work, they wouldn't talk about it publicly, but they all knew what I was. They all knew what I did. Not everybody, but the word got around, right? And so when people would ask me, I would say stuff like this, but we were in 2007, right? We were all abundant. Things were going right. It was a very different time. And so when I was saying these things, like we're going to group up and it's going to be a much, we got to worry, we're not going to worry, but we're going to be really, like, food is going to be an issue and things are going to be an issue. And when I was saying those things, we were in such an abundant era that they were like, okay, right, whatever. And I was like, I'm just telling you what I see. You asked me, I'm telling you, right? And then 2008 hit and everybody was like, ooh, I don't know what's going on, you know? And so now we're here at that time that I was seeing, and we're still not at the exact time I'm still, what I said in 2007, we're actually moving towards, right? And I can see that. So authenticity is the thing, that is the message I have been getting for the last 3 years. And they understand, just like they understood about love when they said, it's time for you guys to learn uh, about love, about the love that you guys want to experience here, right? And so back when I was getting those messages, everybody was about, the partnership and the da 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 and the, the dating and the da da da. And you see, it's changed because we have changed, right? And it doesn't mean that we're not going to have partnership. It just means that we're in a different area. Sorry, we're in a different era, that we've learned about ourselves and we've learned to love ourselves. And we've learned, if we want those types of partners that we dream of and that we really want, we have to get to know us first, ourselves first, right? We're learning that. But as generations have gone by, we have a lot of baggage. You know, some of you come from, well, even maybe all of you, I don't know. It just kind of depends on your lineage. Some of you come from marriages where that was the thing to do and you had to, or some of you come from where you had to get married. Some of you come where you had no choice. Your ancestors had no choice, right? Male or female. Just like we're learning about love. And let me say this, just because a lot of us, male or female, are not thinking about partnering up or thinking about having another marriage or thinking whether, because like I'm a widow, whether I want to or not, right? The fact is we're all coming to the place. It doesn't mean that we never will. It just means this is the time for us that we needed to heal. We needed to really see straight. We needed to really discover and loving ourselves, because we never got to do that before. Our ancestors didn't get to do that before us. And we're taking on that lineage and changing that. So don't be hard on yourself. And as a society, don't think that, oh, we're moving to a space where we're going to be separate and there's going to be no partners. I don't see that at all. I just see that we're taking this time to learn about ourselves, right? So first was the love. We had to learn to love ourselves, and we have those. My group is always ahead of the curve. We just always are, because I'm ahead of the curve. So loving ourselves, but then the next thing is the authenticity. Okay, now that you're learning who you are, let's learn to take off those masks. Let's learn to be who we really want. Love was just the first part. What is the character that you want to be? What do you want to do in this life? How do you want to, what's your stance here, right? And you can be anything. What are the abilities that you have that you hadn't gotten to develop? What are the talents that you had that you hadn't got to develop? Your life isn't over because you get older and you retire. Like, you're just coming to a new phase, right? Love is the key. Love was the start, but love isn't all. And I told you guys on the last one, authenticity is like 4,000 times more powerful than unconditional love. And that's been proven. And I want to do a video about it because love is important. and loving ourselves is important, but it's only the start. It's only the start. But our higher selves, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, right? Love, whatever you want to call that, has said, I understand that you as a species, you humans, I understand you haven't gotten to be authentic. And there's so much magic in each one of you because I am you. You are me. Right? So there's so much magic. There's so much ability. There's so much talent. There's so much. And then when we come together, it's even more. Right? And so we're having to learn to be who we are, who we want to be, and then also coming together. Does that make sense to everybody? Now is the time, because I'm talking, you guys want to get seated, get comfortable, get cozy, and you want to get your drinks. Some of you like a little drinky drink. Some of you like some tea. Some of you like some coffee. Some of you, whatever you want to do, right? Some of you like a little smoky tokey. Some of you like whatever. It's just time to do that while I'm talking. Get everybody all nice and comfortable. Let's open up our heart chakras. Let's open up our, already got my tea. Perfect. So on to the earth signs. What do we have coming in September? If you're an earth sign, it would be Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Am I missing anybody? Am I missing anybody? Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, right? Yeah. So let me know if you have the top three. So sun, moon, or rising. Even your Venus in there, because we do talk about your emotions and stuff. So let me know if you have any of those in your top three. If we have Capricorns, I think we have Capricorns in here. If we have Virgos, I know we have Virgos. And Taurus. I don't know that we have any Taurus. I know somebody had a Taurus something. Taurus rising. Yeah. Yay. Okay. Here we go. And that's the thing about listening to all of the elements is like because it's in your chart, right? So it's part of you. So you might resonate at one area of your life that you didn't with the other elements, right? You kind of get that. So just making sure I'm getting in your energy, getting prepared, asking your guides, your higher selves. Actually, they've already been here. They're kind of waiting. Centering myself to accept all of your energy. Okay, here we go. So, where are you for September, Earth signs? Interesting. Okay. If I pick up another... Oh, good. Okay. I'll show you guys in a minute. I know I make noises and because I'm animated. Oh, nice. Okay. Second part. Are any of you earth signs open to love? Because I'm seeing somebody coming in. That's your fear. Oh, yeah. Lost the universe and keep handling you, seeing you. Perhaps you're in a better space. Or at least that's the way they see you. The energy that's coming in. I feel like some of you are going to meet somebody. Oh, Venus and Taurus, okay. And then your overall theme. Okay. So here's where you are. Let me look at these real quick. I knew y'all were going to get gifts. I could feel it. Just don't hold yourself back because you think you have to work hard at it and to be able to get something. You don't. I hope y'all are learning that. All right. So let's get going. You guys have where you're at right now, you have the Two of Pentacles, which is I have been working hard. It has been a long 16 years. I'm moving into the space where things are finally balancing out for me. Not the full balance, but like some things are happening. I am getting some stuff. With the Two of Pentacles, I feel like there's this relief of choices that you're making materialistically. So like the jobs or the money or the investment or the things that you work so hard with. It is a two, so it is balancing out. And you're not one, any of you, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. You're not one to say, you wouldn't say this out loud, like I didn't get enough. But even though you may feel that, you feel like, okay, it's balanced. I've worked enough and I'm getting some stuff, right? But here's the thing. This is what's crossing you, is that you have the Ten of Pentacles. So I don't feel like this is like holding you back. I feel like this is going to be progressing you forward from this. So you're going to go from the 2 to the 10. Does that make sense? I knew I felt this. I felt this in the chart. I saw and showed you guys the other day in the chart for September. You guys are going to get 10 of Pentacles. So you're going to go from the 2 to the 10. Like you're really balancing, and then something extra comes in and you're just elated. You're appreciative of this. And this is material stuff. So I feel like you guys get gifts. I feel like you guys get money. I think I said this the other day. And I feel like some of you are going to open your bank account and something's going to come through. And you're going to be like, oh my God, I just got a couple $1,000s. What the hell? Or where did I get this $500 from? Or where, like, I feel like that. I feel like things are just going to come to you for you earth signs. I feel, especially for Capricorn, I feel Taurus, that you've been working on some things that hadn't come through and they're finally loosening up and they're coming through. For Virgo, I feel like you have been so working on stuff that the material stuff isn't that big a deal, but it comes in for you. So you're going, this is what's crossing you. This is what's, I know it says crossing, but it almost feels like it's coming for you. Like maybe it's going to put you out of this 2 and into the 10, if that makes sense. What put you here was the Hanging Man. Okay, so there were some choices that you needed to make that you decided not to make, especially some of you Virgos. I kind of feel like there were some things that you needed to do that you were like holding off on. I feel like that was holding you back. I feel like it's for Taurus too. And Capricorns. Capricorns not so much, but some of you Capricorns got stuck in like, because I think I know better, right? Or maybe you were looking at it in the way that you shouldn't have been looking at it. For whatever reason, you could put yourself in the hanging position where you weren't moving, you weren't making a choice, you weren't, and this doesn't feel good to earth signs when they're focused on something. So that made you finally feel so uncomfortable that you started to make choices, that you started to take some action, that you stopped. I almost feel like some of you were sulking. Some of you were tired. I'll say that. Some of you were so tired because you had been working so hard and nothing was coming through. So whatever this was, I feel like you just got that extra boost and you were like, and you started doing it. You started making choices. You started taking action. You started doing this from here, and that put you into here, right? And so some things started to happen. Some things started to manifest for you. It was slow, though. It was really, really slow. And so that's why you were like, because oftentimes you're like, I gotta work harder to be able to get the stuff, right? And so that's where you're kind of at right now. Is like, okay, maybe I didn't work hard enough, or maybe I could have done more, or maybe I shouldn't have been stuck, or maybe whatever you told yourself, right? And that's what's crossing you is this 10 is like, no, you've got a lot coming in, and you'll see it in the month of September, because this is for September energy, right? And for all you earth signs, it was different reasons, but this is where you're at now. In the beginning, so the first 2 weeks of September, you have the magician. So you got a clean slate, but I want you to look at this. Look what's on that table. You've got love, you've got ideas, you've got money, you've got material, you've got passion. Look at that. I'm resonating so much with this. Yeah, look at the stance you have. Look at the olive branches down there. Look at the water. It's almost like you are just in the right place at the right time for these things to come in for you in the first 2 weeks of September. That's what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing, so I'm hearing that the first 2 weeks when these things start happening, you're going to say, the magic, there really is magic within me. There really is magic around the world. There really is these things that do happen. There really is. Like, I see you in this really nice place where you're like excited, finally, and you're not worried about, oh, well, only a little bit's going to come in and then it's going to be taken away. You're not even concerned about that. Like, you're in a much better space. You're in the magician. You're in the space of like, yes, I did this. Yes, it's coming. Yes, I know what's true to be true. Yes, I had faith in myself. Yes, I did what I was supposed to. Yes, it's all happening. Like, you're going to see evidence of this. And because all of the elements are there, for some of you, it's love and relationship. For some of you, it's the ideas coming to fruition that you've like cemented into a business, into a relationship, into whatever, into this car that you wanted, or this thing that you wanted, or this thing that you're looking after, or this group that, whatever. It's like all of it. That's why it's not showing me just one element, it's showing me all of them. And then with these, to me, these are olive branches down here, and I see two of them. So I see that you are going to get a lot of help in this next month. A lot. Like, even more than just the one. You're getting help from a couple of places. A couple of places and a couple of people. Okay, so it's not just one person helping you. And I mean genuinely helping you. Like, they're not trying to get anything from you like people have in the past for you. They're not trying to get one up on you. They're not trying to be nice so that you would be extra nice to them. That's not, it's not like that at all. I'm feeling like they're extending the help because they genuinely believe in you, or they genuinely like you, or they genuinely love you, or they genuinely like your idea. Whatever this is, I feel like this is coming in the first 2 weeks. Now, from your higher self, you have the Three of Wands. So your higher self wants you to know, do you see that that's behind you? All that weight, all that trauma, all that turmoil, all of that, those are the swords up here that you have been through because of the choices that you had to make, because of the places that you were put in. I feel like you know that it's not the end, but you know that that hard trauma, hard work, working your bones to the grind, like, is that the word? Is that the phrase? Working, grinding, whatever that is. Anyway, I feel like you'll sense, and your higher self wants you to know that that's behind you. You're at a 3, so you have so much more rewards to be reaping. That's why it's not like a 9 or an 8 or a 7. It's a 3. It's like that, those things that you have wanted, those relationships that you have wanted, those friendships that you have wanted, those lovers that you have wanted, those materialistic things that you have wanted, that hard work is behind you. Those betrayals are behind you. Those people that were toxic in your life are behind you. You're in a much better space, and that's what your higher self wants you to know. You're at the, it just starts with the magician, you know? Your higher self just wants to back this up, and you realize you're much better for all these things that happened. You're not taking it as like, oh my God, poor me. It's like, I've been through that. I see much better. I do much better. I know that a lot of times I stood in my way. I know that a lot of times I could have been stubborn, and I've learned to work through that. And that's what I'm feeling. And your higher self just wants to reassure you that that is behind you. You no longer, it's almost like you passed that lesson and you don't have to do that anymore, right? Yeah. Alejandra says, I'm feeling those shifts already. It's so refreshing looking back and seeing things that didn't help me grow behind me. Exactly. Exactly. That's the way I feel like y'all are feeling. Um, so in the last 2 weeks, for some of you, it is connected to the first 2 weeks because you have the King of Cups. So this is somebody that has a lot of faith in you, a lot of, it was like what I was explaining before. This person really likes you. This person really wants to be around you. If it's in business, this person really wants to help you. If it's in relationships, this person doesn't want to take advantage of you. They really like being around you. They like who you are. Um, they're they understand, even though you haven't said or won't say yet, the stuff that you've been through. You can tell it in your aura, in your face, in your demeanor. And they're here for you. I feel like some of you are going to meet somebody if you're open to that. If you're, and a lot of you are ready. A lot of you are ready. I do feel like this person, like, really, it's not like you can't have your heart open. It's like you focus on other things than having your heart open. And this person you enjoy being around because they open your heart. Like, no, because your heart opens when you're around them, right? And so for some of you, this person here is to help you um in business and in things. For others of you, if it's a love relationship that's coming in, this person helps you open your heart again. This person helps you go to the depths and have intimacy again, which some of you never thought that would happen. Some of you never thought that would happen. It's going to happen. So, some of you, I see that this person could start out in business and then become friendship, like a deep, deep friendship. Okay. So, yeah, I'm excited for you guys. It is about time for some of you, but I understand. All right. So, your fear is, which makes sense because you're an earth sign, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Your fear is, am I as far as I think I am in my journey? Because I had to start completely over. So am I only at the beginning when I think I'm a little bit further than the beginning? That's a fear that you have. That's like questioning yourself. Did I do enough? Am I enough? Did I work hard enough? Did I really delve into the things that I'm supposed to? Did I really do this? That's just a fear. Or is it that I've worked so hard and I'm only going to get a little bit? Like, we have to work so hard in this world even to get a little bit. And I think that that's just the fear that comes in to remind you that that's not the way that you want to live life. You have learned that you don't have to work hard to receive gifts from the universe. You just breathing and being alive at this time is a gift in itself. Your energy is a gift in itself. And I think that this is just an old habit, especially right now where you are, where a lot of things aren't coming in. But remember, we're still in retrograde season. It is not the time yet, right? It's going to start to be the time. Um, I started my life over last September 15th. Exactly. A lot of the Capricorns, Virgos, Taurus have had to, especially the Capricorns, because y'all know Pluto was in there. But this is just a fear. And remember what I used to say about fear? If you've never seen me before, when I used to do a lot of tarot, I used to say a fear is just there to remind you of what you want and what you don't want. So you don't want that. You don't want to live the way that you were living back then, where you thought you had to work triply hard to get anything. You've come to understand yourself better. You've come to understand how the universe works better. You've come to understand society better. You've come to understand your place in this world. And you've come to understand your worthiness because your structures were taken down, right? And so that's just a fear. It's just there to remind you, okay? You don't have to like sit in it, right? Okay, and then the next card is how the universe is dealing with you, seeing you, reacting to you, and how other people see you, right? So it could be one or both. And this is the Nine of Cups. So you're in a great spot, right? You, Alejandro says, "Oh my God, years without hearing you say those exact words." I know. They were just reminding me because I completely forgot to. Um, so the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is like, I am in a more peaceful place. I have opened up my heart to myself. I have understood that I am worth it. I have understood people and the way that they are and how to deal with life. I am in such a better space. I am seeing things more clearly. I have a lot of love to give and want to actually give it, right? Um, and that could be in anything, any type of relationship, friendships, all types of relationships, right? But I'm seeing that what I'm seeing is that you, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, you have actually learned to fill these cups. That's what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing that that's how people are reacting to you. That like I need to be on point with this person because and this is the way the universe is dealing with you too. Like this person understands they don't need anybody. If they have anybody around them, it's because they want those people. If they have any situation around them, it's because they want that. They don't need it. They want it. They are so at peace with themselves. They are so confident in who they are now. Um, it's not like before when I used to deal with them, right? That's what I'm seeing, and that's what I'm feeling of the way that people around you are seeing you and the way that the universe is dealing with you. Congratulations. It has been a long time for you guys. So, some of you, I feel like there's a small few of you that are like, I'm gonna fake it till I make it, but I think that's just a insecurity a little bit, and it's almost like when you become the big boss, and then you're like, how the hell did I get this position? But you're so talented enough to be that position and more, right? You just aren't comfortable with it yet. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. And this is the energy that's coming in for you. This is what you've sort of subconsciously want to bring towards you. This is the Page of Cups. So you do have news. A lot of you do want to go to that next level with that person. A lot of you do want a love. A lot of you do want that intimacy with somebody, a partnership, whether that's love or friendship, whatever that is. So it looks like that's coming. It looks like you're going to get news. It looks like it's in the outer realm of your energy that's coming towards you. So I know I'd said last year that, or like 8 months ago, I see Capricorn's getting married, right? But I'm seeing this for like all the earth signs. Like you guys have really, and I'm talking to those that are single, those that are partnered with someone, I do feel like you're going to go to the next level. I do feel like even if you're married and have been partnered with someone, it's a new discovery of the intimacy that you guys are going to be dealing with. So because I can feel those people that are partnered with someone, that some of those are going to be watching. So I really want to say that to you guys. It's finally like they're, yeah, you've done the work. Like they're not treating you. It's almost like they had a aha come to Jesus moment, right? Like where they're like, this person is a good person. I would be stupid to mess this up. That's what I'm feeling. So I feel like with the page, you get that news, you get that um, reaction coming in from you guys. Okay. So the overall theme and the thing that's going to be happening for the month of September, other than this 10 of Pentacles, I knew y'all were going to get gifts and people are going to come in to help you and give you gifts. Like you got the Magician. Hello. You got like all of it, right? So I feel like the overall theme though is that you are finally I didn't realize y'all did this. I'm seeing where you're finally being okay with people. I didn't realize that y'all were doing the Aquarius thing and not liking people. But I feel like you're seeing life for the good that it is and not for the problems that it always had. I'm seeing that y'all seeing it in this beautiful light, which is the space that you want to be in because you're learning how to manifest in a very different way, right? Um, so because you have the, I'm sorry, I didn't know if I showed you, you have the moon. So I feel like you not only feel this, but you get evidence. I feel like the moon shines, it illuminates on some things that you hadn't seen before. And it's such a beautiful illumination for you that it almost solidifies and gives you the answers that you were thinking you felt, that you were thinking you saw, and it really like shows you, yes, that is true. Yes, there are good people. Yes, this person really does like you because they like you and they don't want anything from you. Yes, that person really does come in to help. And they don't really want, they're not doing it to try to get one over on you or get much from you. They just like you. They think you're talented. They think you're a good person. Like I feel like you understand this more by the end of the month that you actually see it. So, congratulations. It has been really hard on all of us, but you earth signs have had to deal with a lot. Like Capricorn the last 16 years, we know, right? Um, but Virgos have had to work their butt off. Tauruses have had to like really understand about changing. Um, Aries, I was thinking I was delusional first. No, no, it's not that. It's like you really get the evidence that you need that this is what you're feeling. So, congratulations. What a great reading for you guys. I'm so happy for you guys. Like, it's time. It's time for all of us, but it's time. You guys have had it rough. And you're so quiet about it. Like, you guys have had it really rough. Okay.